Hello everyone and welcome back to our podcast entitled Mga Kwento na Mga Apo ni Lola Bashang. So, ngayon, I am here with my friends, Jianni and Marc. So, hey, say hello guys.
Hi
Hi
everyone.
everyone, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, nice. Okay. So, um we're almost at the end, no? So, okay. So, for this episode, ang pag-uusapan natin with Gianni and Mark is about the legal and political reforms that gave equal rights and opportunities to women. Pati na rin pala yung mga laws or batas that protect them as a woman. And yes, we will be discussing the topic and the issues at hand through the lens of liberal feminism. Now, think about the struggles na pinagdadaanan nila and the sacrifices they have made back then. Diba, it's truly incomparable. Would you agree, guys?
Yeah, totally agree.
I totally agree with that, Carlos. I agree.
Yeah, okay, nice. And as a result of all those sacrifices made, it gave women today a lot of opportunities and more avenues to express themselves and to also prove that they can too be leaders of this free world. Like what is nakalagay nga sa lyrics ng isang song ni Beyonce, tanong nga niya, who run the world? Ano sagot doon? Di, girls.
Yes. Okay. Pero Carlos, let's also acknowledge na kami mga babae, we still experience discrimination. And yung fight namin for our rights is not yet over. Far from over actually. I mean, imagine mo, living in a society ruled by men. Ang hirap kasi na mabuhay bilang isang babae peacefully without encountering mga manyak na mga kalye o mga misogynists na sobrang self-righteous.
Yes, of course, Gianni, I acknowledge that. And alam naman natin yun na hindi pa tapos ang laban. However, kung i-compare mo nga naman kung anong merong rights kayo dati, noong mga 60s or 70s, versus sa rights na meron kayo ngayon. I mean, isn't it just truly amazing how much we have progressed in fighting for women's rights?
Oo nga like, kita mo nowadays, we see women in power, handling issues, and problems almost perfectly, and they are breaking stereotypes and barriers. Like with the likes of Kamala Harris and the New Zealand Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, and our own Senator, Risa Hontiveros, and even our Vice President, Lenny Robredo.
Yes, tama ka, Mark. And such great examples and role models. Sobrang nakakabilib, di ba?
Well, yes, pero guys, remember back then, nung hindi kami nakakaboto, like we didn't have any right to suffrage at all. Specifically, lahat ng mga countries before noong 1800s and 1900s, they identify voters as male only.
Oo naman, naalala ko nga yun. Sabi daw nila na that the reason why they did not allow any woman to vote is because they do not believe that women can be counted on. Ang assumption nila palagi noon ay ang mga babae ay isip bata daw at sila ay incapable of thinking for themselves or thinking independently. Men lang daw ang nakakaisip logically while opposite ang mga women daw. Kaya ayun, they can't vote.
To add lang sa sinabi mo, Carlos, hindi sila naniniwala na women can vote responsibly. So, parang they left women out of the voting laws. And meanwhile, powerful men, men who are public leaders, try to stop women from having the right to vote. I mean, ganun sila ka-desperate na iharang yung mga babae na i-exercise yung kanilang mga rights.
Yeah, tama nga, Mark. I mean, it's sad, di ba? Like, ba't nila minamaliit ang mga babae? And they think women know nothing about commerce and industry. They think women are too emotional and they have too much intuition. And ang alam lang daw ng mga babae ay to cook, clean the house, or maging isang mother na mag-aalaga ng kids ng mga lalaki. Yun lang daw ang role nila as women sa society.
And in fact, as early as the 1840s, some women began speaking out na, arguing that women should have the right to vote. Ang tagal nga na ilagay sa US Constitution eh. Parang 1920 na lang nakaboto ang mga babae.
Yes, yes, Jianni. It took almost a century just for women to have their right to suffrage in the US. Dapat hindi naman talaga pinag-aaway ang ganyang mga bagay, ang ganito. And it's a human right. And let me repeat it once again, a human right. Pero enough about the US, no? Pag-usapan din natin yan kung paano nag-take place rin yan dito sa Pilipinas. Alam nyo ba, guys, na ang National Assembly of the Philippines held a hearing about women's right to vote?
Alam ko yan, Carlos. Nag-start na mag-protest ang mga kababaihan during 1910, which led to the plebiscite in 1937, where women voted na kung sang-ayon sila o hindi sa kanilang karapatan na bumoto.
Grabe nga sila eh. Like, they really work hard to mobilize and fight for women's suffrage noong mga, let's say, early 1900s.
Yeah, oo nga eh. In fact, tayo ay isa sa mga pinakaunang Asian countries to allow this right for women. So, parang historical moment din siya.
Yun nga. Okay. So, pag-usapan na natin ang mga issues na nararanasan ng mga babae ngayon. So, Jianni, what are the issues that you face as a woman every day?
Well, Carlos, kaming mga babae, we encounter a lot talaga. From maniacs to sexists to misogynists, you name it. And speaking of maniacs, ba na tuwing naglalakad ako, or basta, paglalabas lang ako, madami akong narinig na mga lalaki. Like, sinasabi nila na mag-smile ka pa daw, or maganda naman daw ako. Like, to them, parang siyang compliment. But it's actually not. I actually feel uncomfy tuwing merong ganon. Minsan, may mga lalaki na sinusundan ako pa uwi, which is super creepy. Or hinahawakan ako, pero patay mali siya lang sila. Super dugyot lang talaga.
Oh no, Jianni, I'm so sorry to hear that. No? I mean, it's disappointing and sad nga that women like you experience sexual harassment every day. And based on nabasa kong study, more than 3 out of 4 women encounter catcalling, wolf whistling, or groping.
Grabe. Diyos ko, nakakadiri talaga yung mga ganyan lalaki, no? Carlos, grabe.
Oo nga, bro. And add ulit ako, no? Based ulit sa nabasa kong study, merong online survey ang isinagawa noong January 2018 by a non-profit organization called Stop Street Harassment. And nahanap nila sa data nila na 81% of women, 81%, had experienced some form of sexual harassment during their lifetime. And napaka-alarming ng number na yon. Dahil ang meaning niyan ay a lot of women, maybe millions or even billions, experience this. Nakakakilabot at nakakagalit talaga.
You know what, Carlos, tungkol sa about sexual harassment, ang daming mga lalaki na nagsasabi na yung damit daw ang dahilan kung bakit nasasangkot yung mga women sa mga ganitong bagay. I mean, bakit kaya niya sasabi yung mga ganun?
Well, Mark, a lot of men out there think girls wearing skimpy shorts, plunging necklines, or any clothing that exposes their breasts, their crotch, or any body part that they think is what triggers as to why men do this to women every day. Sabi nga nila, nababastos daw kasi nagpapabastos daw. Weird.
Yeah, and super nakakainis lang talaga kasi imagine, men also have the audacity to blame women for wearing such revealing clothes just to justify their kalibugan. Grabe, like, nakakaloka talaga mga lalaki. Why?
Yeah, nakaka-disappointing nga, Jianni. And men seldomly hold themselves accountable for their maniac actions. Lagi silang gumagawa ng mga excuses para sabihin na parang ganito yung message. Like, it's not entirely my fault kung bakit ginawa ko yun. I mean, bakit siya susuot ng ganun kung ayaw niya mabastos? Ganun yung message. And that's why women are afraid to open up about their stories. They are afraid na baka laitin sila or i-judge sila ng todo ng mga tao. Because of that illogical presumption, they just keep it to themselves. Kasi ano ang unang tatanungin ng mga tao most of the time? Ang unang tanong nila? 'Di ba ang itatanong nila sa victim palagi is, ano yung suot mo? And if they find out na revealing pala yung suot ng victim, ba't kasi yan yung suot mo? Alam mo, mababastos ka, di ba? And mas masakit pa yun na they just keep that to themselves. And victims will always be and will be forever be traumatized by that. Kasi hindi man lang nila na-share ang kanilang mga kwento even to their loved ones or closest friends.
Alam mo, parang palagi ko nga narinig yan eh. I mean, bakit pa kasalanan ng mga babae? Sila na ngayon na biktima, sila pa mapagsasabihan. Absurd lang talagang idea na like, I cannot stand this kind of thinking.
Yeah, me too. Ayun na nga eh. Men try to turn the tables while they fail to recognize that they truly lack self-control here. And that is the problem. Kasalanan nila yung na di na nila napigilan ng kanilang sarili to commit an act. I mean, for example, no, di ba may urge ka to eat. Let's say, di pa recess, tapos gutom ka na. Pero hindi pwede kumain sa classroom because that's against the rules. Or if hindi pa recess time, no matter kung gaano ka kagutom, posible na mapipigilan mo ang sarili mo na kumain, di ba? So, never talaga magiging valid na reason ng clothing as to why women are being followed, groped, catcalled, or worse, raped by men. I mean, look, like, may mga minors out there nga rin who are victims of sexual harassment or sexual assault. Pero take note ha, lahat sila were fully covered. Walang exposed na body part. As in, wala. And they were either wearing school uniforms or pajamas. Pero pilit pa rin ng mga lalaki na pagdadamit daw ng mga babae ang dahilan kung bakit nababastos sila.
Yeah, and okay, to be fair, protected naman kami sa Anti-Sexual Harassment Act. Ayun nga lang, outdated siya kasi hindi covered ang mga sexual activities na nangyayari online. Like yung sexting, sextortion, mga ganong bagay.
Yes, Jianni. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's talk about that now. Women like you are protected by a much more modern Anti-Sexual Harassment Act, or also known as the Safe Spaces Act. And ang batas na ito criminalize and punish wolf whistling, calling, intrusive gazing, cursing, and persistent telling of sexual jokes in public or ayun nga, online. So, I'll give an example. Pag may lalaki na nag-send sa'yo ng unsolicited dick pic or grinope ka sa private areas, you as a victim can report this person and send them to jail for several years. And not only that, the convict is also required to pay a hefty fine. Pero about the fine, no, depende sa gaano kalala yung na-commit nila na sexual act. Like, it can be from 5,000 pesos or even as big as 500,000 pesos ang fine.
Yes, true. Na it's nice nga na napasa ito. At least merong reasonable punishments para mabawasan at makulong ang mga, manyak. Pero, ayun, what I really find troubling, at least personally, na our trauma has a price. Parang, okay, sure, it's compensation for the harasser's actions. Pero, how do they determine how much the victims deserve? Wala, super bureaucratic lang ng system na even our trauma are put into papers.
I agree, Jianni, It's simply something na dapat natural lang na galang at irespeto ang isa't isa palagi. Hindi yung dahil may batas lang na pinagbabawalan ka ng bastos. Like, respecting women out of necessity lang. And, o nga pala, I forgot to add, hindi lang yan ang purpose ng Safe Spaces Act. It also protects you from sexist slurs and other misogynistic acts. Halimbawa, pag may mga tao labeled you as a slut or whore, well, ganun yung mga men, most of the time. Or kung kahit sino man lang will degrade you simply because isa kang babae, you can legally punish them with this act.
Ooh, nice. I mean, more punishment for all toxic men out there. I mean, we need more punishment.
Yes, Mark. At least mapaparusahan na ang mga lalaking ganyan. Sana this act will make women feel safer. Pero, Mark, ang alam naman natin dalawa as men na malayo pa bago natin makamit na women will experience no kabastusan at all. in workplaces, to schools, kalye, public places, anywhere. And ang dami pa ring mga lalaki na manyak. Pag pinagsabihan mo sila, titigas ng mga ulo nila, and they use the excuses na we've stated earlier. So for now, ito lang masasabi ko. So to all of you women out there, better take note of these laws that can protect you from sexual harassment, sexual assault, and other misogynistic acts. Pag may sumusunod sa'yo or may nanghawak sa'yo without consent, use these laws. Knowing your right will help you a lot, as in a lot. These can be your weapons to fight against these maniacs and misogynists. So maging vigilant lang kayo always. So yun nga. Now that we've run out of time, no? So that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening sa aming mga kwento. Stay tuned na lang kayo sa next episode. So ayun lang guys. Again, thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next episode, okay? All right. Bye guys.
Thank you
Bye
for
everyone. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you.